Today in this video, we're going to talk about the 3 things you need to keep in mind if you're looking at buying a new construction home, a newly built new construction home. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter, of 27 years here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Okay, let's get right into this. Excuse me. One thing I want to talk about new construction, because I know a lot of buyers, especially my first-time buyers, y'all are looking at new construction. And one reason why is because a lot of these sellers who are out here on the market are still delusional. A lot of sellers still act like it's 2021, 2022, when you would get multiple offers for just putting your house on the market at whatever price. And there would be a feeding frenzy. And you would get, 20, 30 offers, and you would get 50 to 100,000 or over asking price. So it's a lot of sellers out here who are delusional. And so they're putting properties on the market that are just horrible. If you're looking at new construction, and especially you seeing these builders offering these crazy incentives, they offering everything under the sun to get these houses moved, you need to do the math. Number one, you need to read. Reading is fundamental. Read the contracts, read everything, but you got to do the math. So first thing first, the first thing you need to know about when you go to buy new construction, take your realtor with you. Take your realtor with you. Let's say it's a Saturday or a Sunday. You're out, you're riding around, you with your family, you with your spouse, whatever. Or you driving down the road and you see open house, these new construction neighborhoods. When you go, and you're over there, you're talking to the at home, you're talking to the person that's representing the builder. I don't care how nice that person is that's working at model home. I don't care how nice that person is that's working out there, whether they've just got lots up and they don't have anything built or whatever. It does not matter. I'm going to keep talking. My dog is barking. I'm just going to keep going. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. So anyway, that person represents the builder. I don't care how nice they are to you. They do not represent you. They do not represent you. Okay. I'm going to say that again. They do not represent you. Take your realtor with you. And when you go and they say, are you working with a realtor? Yes. And give them your realtor's name. In fact, you should get a couple of cards from your realtor. If you're going to be looking at new construction, get a couple of cards from your realtor so that you can give it to them. Yes, this is my person. This is my agent. Listen, it's not going to save you any money to go without a realtor. I don't know where that all started from, but listen, when these builders price these houses, they price in the commissions already. So just because you go and you say, oh no, I don't have no realtor, you think they just gonna knock 5-10% off the price because you said you don't have a realtor because you want to go this alone? No, they're not. No, they are not. No, they are not. Listen, you should always be represented. That's all I'm gonna say. You do that whatever way you want to go about that, but you should be represented. So number one, take your realtor with you. Have your realtor's name, number, everything. When you go to that new construction, register your realtor. Register your realtor, because I'm gonna tell you from plain experience, 9 times out of 10, you have been working with this realtor. You've been working with this real estate agent. They've shown you other stuff, and you just may be driving by and see this community, or your realtor may have sent you to this community saying, hey, look, I got an email, or they offer some type of incentive or something that may help you go over there. Don't leave your realtor out just because you're going to new construction. Your realtor has put in some work. 9 times out of 10, your realtor has put in some work. They've taken you to see other properties. They emailing you something. Okay. But take your realtor with you. Don't be unrepresented, because again, the on-site salesperson represents the builder, not you. Okay. Number 2 thing that this is where you need to do the math. You need to read. 9 times out of 10, that builder, unless they're like a local small mom and pop who does 1 or 2 spec homes, maybe a custom build or something like that. But I'm talking about your more sizable builders. They're going to want you to use their contracts, okay? Not the state real estate contracts. They have their own contracts. Read it. Read it. So my husband's best friend is buying new construction. And the agent that would the sales representative for the builder, very nice young lady, very nice young lady. But little things like this just irritate the fire to me. So they sent over the contract and it's 56 pages. 56 pages. That's cool. But we finna go through every last page. Me and my client finna go over all 56 pages. So she sends me the contract like that Sunday. And within like 2 hours, she's texting and calling. Well, y'all haven't y'all signed the contract and sent it back yet, baby? 56 pages. No, baby, this ain't finna be no click here, click here, click here, click here. They're counting on you to click here, click here, click here, click here to sign and not read. Baby, no. Read the contract. Read the contract. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the main thing y'all need to watch out for is where the money and these incentives are concerned. Okay, if you're looking in a market that, like, let's say maybe you're looking over in Arizona, or you're looking in one of these states where they got a lot of construction that's just sitting there and they can't move it. They may be offering some awesome incentives, okay? If they may be wanting to say, we'll buy your rate down to 3%. That was what was going on. I saw in some markets. They paying like $100,000 between fees and points and everything to buy down the interest rates for 30 years, not just a 2-1 buy down, but for 30 years so that they could move these properties. If that's the incentive that's being offered, jump on it. That's, hey, get yours, okay? But for the rest of us, the vast majority of us who are not in a state like that where they're offering to buy down that rate for 30 years, and they're not offering $50,000. Somebody was giving away a car. They were paying a car lease for you for 3 years if you bought a house. Okay. The vast majority of us, let me show y'all how they do this. So when I'm working with this young lady at this builder here, so I'm talking to her first. Me and the agent are going over the contract before we even send it to my client, okay? Because that, again, you need to be represented. There were certain things that we wanted to ask for, and we wanted everything just right, okay? So she's going over everything, and then she goes, okay, and as to the financing, I said, yes, he has his own financing. Again, he's with my boy Matt at South Lake Mortgage. I'll put the link in the description. Y'all can hit up Matt. But I said, yeah, he got his own financing. She goes, oh, well, we offer, we'll give your client $5,000 towards their closing costs or whatever they want to use if they use this mortgage company. Keep in mind, the mortgage company does not have the same name as the builder. Okay. I said, okay, thank you. I will let him know about that, but he's probably going to go with his own mortgage person. Oh, well, we would just like to, help your client save some money. Listen, y'all, this ain't about you. It's about them. If you will look in that 56 page contract, it will tell you there's a such thing as an affiliated business disclosure. And it discloses all the businesses that builder is affiliated with. And if you look at it, one of them is that mortgage company that she mentioned. Okay, so what that means is that mortgage company is either partly or wholly owned normally by the builder. So do you see where if they say, okay, we're going to give $5,000 towards your closing costs or whatever, they're not really giving up anything because they own the mortgage company. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Let me tell you the second place where you need to catch it. If you so want to entertain that mortgage company. Like, oh, okay, $5,000. Okay, all right. If y'all are feeling the need to even entertain these people for 5,000 or some small trinket, and I'm calling it a trinket because that's exactly what it is in relationship to the whole deal. If you entertain them, you talk to them, you let them pull your credit and everything. When they send you the loan estimate, the LE, the loan estimate, I want you to check the fees, because there's no free lunch. They're going to get that 5,000 back. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is you're going to look on that loan estimate. They're going to have an origination fee. They're going to have a processing fee. They're going to have an underwriting fee. They're going to have a just because I feel like a fee. They're going to have a fee just to get the certificate of occupancy. They're going to have fees out the wazoo. And guess what? How much them fees going to add up to? 5,000 plus. Do you see they're going to get that back? They're not giving you anything. I give you $5,000 to work with my mortgage company, but my mortgage company going to charge you $7,000. Do you see how that don't add up? You see how that don't match? Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for it. Do the math. Read, look for the affiliated business arrangement, affiliated business disclosure, whatever they call it in your state, whatever they call it in their contract, and do the math. Do the math. Even if you want to entertain it, do the math, please. Say what be like, where's the 5,000? They ain't gave you nothing. They ain't gave you nothing. This is the reason why you need to stick. First of all, you should have done your homework before you even out here looking at new construction, talking to these people, okay? And second of all, you've already talked to a mortgage person. You need to stick with your mortgage person. Just like I just said, you need to take your realtor with you. You need to stick with your mortgage person. Don't let them get in your mind that you can only buy this house if you use their mortgage people. That's a RESPA violation. Real Estate Settlement Protection Act, I do believe it is RESPA, but you can have your own realtor, you can have your own mortgage person, and you can use whatever title company you want to also. So just know that there's no free lunch. And finally, I'm gonna talk about the upgrades, the builder upgrades. I did a video about new construction. Oh, it's been some years ago. I did this video, but let me tell y'all what happened when I bought my first house up here in Smyrna. That was in, I think, 2007. Yeah, that was the first house I bought in Smyrna. When you go to the model home is all tricked out. The model home is all tricked out. Let me say that. The model home has every upgrade you could think of. Is what's in a model home. So you go in the model home, you be like, oh, this is so nice. I want this. No, all of that. So like if the sign out front, they got the sign, say new homes starting from 300 or the low 300s. The low 300s is not the model home. That low 300, they don't have to have one. And it say starting from. Okay. So their base house on a non-premium lot is priced in the low 300s, and it's 4 walls, some windows, 2 doors, and that's it. That's the base house. Almost every time you doing new construction, they'll show you that base price, but your price is really way up here, right? And you're like, because they put on all of these extras or these upgrades, or this is, because that's not the base house. The base house is a box. Nobody wants that base house. Okay. So like I said, when you go to the model home, you're looking at totally tricked out house. So whereas that base may be in the low 300s, that model's probably 450. Because it's got a premium on the lot. Premium on the lot means they charge more for that lot. It may be a level lot. It may be a cul-de-sac lot. It may be, whatever. So 9 times out of 10, that the model is 450, whereas the base is 300. Okay. So another big incentive that a lot of these builders are offering right now is we'll offer you $50,000 towards the design center. of all, the design center is where all the upgrades are at. And just know that stuff is so overpriced, because who priced it? The builder. Even if the builder got it for on the low, maybe they got the appliances because they bought enough appliances for 100 houses. So they got them appliances really, really cheap. They're not passing that on to you. You still gonna have to pay whatever they say the price is. So I'm gonna give you a prime example of this. Is what I did when we first moved up here. The lighting package. They wanted like another $2,000 for these upgraded lights. And I'm talking just boob lights, the light that sticks to the ceiling and it looks like a boob. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. The boob light, some other little pendant lights like in the kitchen or this, that, and the other. And so I was like, okay, so y'all want $2,000 to replace like 4 light fixtures? No. I straight took a picture of what I liked at the design center. I went to the Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot or Lowe's. It was one of those I went to. I think it was Home Depot. Went to Home Depot, found the same thing. I could get those same lights and I could replace all those same lights for like $750. So I was like, no, I don't want the upgraded light package. And then they act like something wrong with you when you say that. You want these base? These are base. These are just builder grade. These are base. Are you sure that's what you want? You don't want the nickel finish or the rubbed bronze, and that's for your plumbing fixtures and all that stuff too. They'll do that for the lights, the plumbing fixtures, the doorknobs, the hinges on the door, everything. In the kitchen, everywhere, your little pulls for your drawers and your handles and all this. You just want the base? And see, that's when you feel like you really want to tell that person you really want to tell that salesperson, exactly what you're thinking, but you don't. Because again, remember, they represent the builder, they don't represent you. And they just can't believe it. I was like, no, put base everything in this bad boy. Base everything. And I went to Home Depot, bought what I wanted at, maybe a quarter of the price of what the builder was charging. And we just replaced all that stuff ourselves. And then I took the base stuff, the builder grade, we donated that to Habitat for Humanity. We took it to the Habitat store. Okay. That's just me. I'm sorry. The stuff they want to charge is ridiculous. Whereas if you can do some stuff yourself, or somebody who can do this stuff for you at a lesser price, then don't spend that money upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, because then you're going to put that house out of your DTI. You're not going to be able to afford it. Whereas if you got a base, more of a base with maybe this upgrade, that upgrade, and you took that same 325 house and made it just 350, but you still in your DTI, that'll still work. Because if you put all these other upgrades, these unnecessary upgrades that are triple the price of what you could get if you just go buy it yourself and put it in, then you saving yourself a lot of money. So don't fall for the upgrades. Don't fall for the incentive if you use our mortgage company. Don't do that. Do your math, do the reading, and do the math.